Face recognition-based attendance system. Abstract: the management of the attendance can be a great burden on the teachers if it is done by hand. To resolve this problem, smart and auto attendance management system is being utilized. By utilizing this framework, the problem of proxies and students being marked present even though they are not physically present can easily be solved. This system marks the attendance using live video stream. The frames are extracted from video using OpenCV. The main implementation steps used in this type of system are face detection and recognizing the detected face, for which dlib is used. After these, the connection of recognized faces ought to be conceivable by comparing with the database containing students' faces. This model will be a successful technique to manage the attendance of students. Keywords: attendance system, automated attendance, image processing, face detection, feature matching, face recognition. Introduction. Human face plays an important role in our day-to-day life, mostly for identification of a person. Face recognition is a part of biometric identification that extracts the facial features of a face, and then stores it as a unique face print to uniquely recognize a person. Biometric face recognition technology has gained the attention of many researchers because of its wide application. Face recognition technology is better than other biometric-based recognition techniques like fingerprint, palm print, iris because of its non-contact process. Recognition techniques using face recognition can also recognize a person from a distance, without any contact or interaction with person. The face recognition techniques are currently implemented in social media websites like Facebook, at the airports, railway stations, at crime investigations. Face recognition technique can also be used in crime reports. The captured photo can be stored in a database, and can be used to identify a person. Facebook uses the facial recognition technique for automating the process of tagging people. For face recognition we require large dataset and complex features to identify a person in all conditions like change of illumination, age, pose, etc. Recent researches show there is a betterment in facial recognition systems. In the last 10 years there is huge development in recognition techniques. But currently most of the facial recognition techniques is able to work fine only if the number of people in one frame is very few and under controlled illumination, proper position of faces and clear images. For face recognition purpose, there is a need for large data sets and complex features to uniquely identify the different subjects by manipulating different obstacles like illumination, pose and aging. During the recent few years, a good improvement has been made in facial recognition systems. In comparison to the last decade, one can observe an enormous development in the world of face recognition. Currently, most of the facial recognition systems perform well with limited faces in the frame. Moreover, these methodologies have been tested under controlled lighting conditions, proper face poses and non-blurry images. The system that is proposed for face recognition in this paper for attendance system is able to recognize multiple faces in a frame without any control on illumination, position of face. 2. Related works. The paper Individual Stable Space, an approach to face recognition under uncontrolled conditions by Xi and Gang, says that most face recognition systems needs the faces to be fed into it based on certain rules, like under a controlled illumination, at a particular position, under a particular view angle, and without any obstacles. Such systems are called face recognition under controlled conditions. These rules restrict the uses of face recognition in many real-time applications because they cannot satisfy these rules. Real-time applications need techniques which does not need any strict control over the human beings for recognizing the face. These types of systems need face recognition under uncontrolled conditions. So, this paper proposes one such system, but the system needs an image as input and one person per image, which is a drawback of the system and provides a hindrance in using it in real-time applications like attendance systems. 1. In the paper Anti-Cheating Presence System based on 3WPCA Dual Vision Face Recognition, Eddie Wynarno proposed a system that can predict the cheating in facial recognition-based system, like using the photograph of an authorized person or image similar to the authorized person. They used dual vision camera, also called as stereo vision camera, which produces one image from each of its two lenses. After getting the two images, they used half-join method to combine the half of left image and half of right image of a person into a single image of the person that can then undergo extraction using 3WPCA method. The recognition of cheating using this system is 98%. In this paper, the author designed and explained improvement of picture-based attendance system capture. The faces of many students and may be the next generation to all the biometric devices that are ruling now. Human face, a differential thing and has a great degree of changing tendency, so it needs to be fast and accurate for detecting students' facial structures. Processing the system will involve registration of students by taking their images and then taking them for setting attendance. Continuous registration is required to achieve great and sharp accuracy in this system. This paper tells the system, and lastly evidence will be given to support the system. The project can be used in online examination for certification. Identification of the student taking the test. 3. There are a number of systems for attendance purpose, like traditional methods of data, have drawbacks and hard to use. That list, a biometric presence. There is a lack of human error in the system, like fingerprint scan is not accepted because of wet conditions, fingers, dirty, very dry or peeled fingers. So, the author proposes authority to add mobile presence system and face with NFC safety facility and possibility to store using Raspberry Pi data in the cloud. The paper reviews relatable works. Attendance Management System, NFC, Face Authority Area, Microcomputers, and Cloud Area. Then, it provides new method and design system and planning. Outcome of this is a system which reduces the usage of paper, ending time and energy wasted by attendance. Mobile-based attendance system. 4. Computers are intelligent to communicate with humans in various perspectives. It will be participation if it is based, then it is more acceptable for both humans and computers. On the validation process. The author is concerned integrating and developing a student recognition using survival-ing algorithm. Then embedding is used in classification of a person's face. The system offers a variety of applications such as attendance, systems, security, etc. After making a system, a resulting display is shown in the paper 5. In this paper, face recognition-based attendance system using machine learning algorithms by Radhika C. Damali, the author says identification of a person by facial features known as facial recognition. A face feature can be used for various computer-based vision algorithms such as face recognition, emotion detection, and multiple camera surveillance applications. Face recognition system is attracting scholars towards it. In this, different methods such as SVM, MLP, and CNN are discussed. DNN is used to face detection. For SVM and MLP approaches, the features like PCA and LDA extracted using extraction algorithms. In CNN approach, images fed directly to CNN module as a feature. The approach shows good detection accuracy percentage for CNN-based approaches. SVM, MLP, and CNN achieve test accuracy of 87%, 86.5% and 98% on self-generated databases respectively. 6. In the paper Class Attendance Framework, the on-face recognition composed by Priyanka Wak. To distinguish the understudies sitting on the last columns conveniently, the histogram leveling of picture should be finished. The picture will be passed for individual's face discovery. The productivity of ADA boost calculation is best of all these. In this way, this paper utilizes this calculation for identifying countenances of understudies by utilizing the HAR highlight classifiers and course ideas of ADA boost calculation. Every understudy's face is trimmed and the different highlights are removed from them, like separation between eyes, nose, blueprint of face, and so forth. Utilizing these countenances as eigen includes, the understudy is perceived, and by contrasting them and the face database and their participation are stamped. A database of faces should be made with the end goal of examination. 7. The classroom attendance system based on face recognition technology uses the camera to monitor the scene information. It triggers the shooting of the student face photo event, reads the student information when the student is signed in with campus card, which prevents non-school personnel from entering the classroom and substitute classes. 8. In the paper Computerized Participation Framework utilizing face acknowledgement composed by Akshay Jadhav, Tushar Ladhi, Krishna Yalakar. The recognized face is separated and exposed to pre-preparing. This pre-preparing step includes with histogram leveling of the extricated face picture and is resized to 100x100. In this framework, in the wake of perceiving the essences of the understudies, the names are refreshed into an Exceed Expectations sheet. The Exceed Expectations sheet is created by trading instrument present in the database framework. The database likewise can create month-to-month and week-after-week reports of understudies' participation records. Catch the understudies picture, apply face identification calculations to recognize face, extricate the locale of enthusiasm for rectangular bouncing box, convert to dim scale, apply histogram adjustment and resize to 100x100. For example, apply pre-preparing on the off chance that enrollment stage, at that point stores in database, else apply PCA/LDA/LBPH, for highlight extraction. 9. In the paper An Attendance Marking System Based on Face Recognition written by Kempudhia, Rudy Hartanto, and Risanuri Hidayat, says that the proposed system uses a machine learning technique named as Principal Component Analysis or PCA for face recognition and other machine learning algorithms used in computer vision. A technique called HAR classifier is used to train the system to detect a face. When the faces are captured by a camera, they are first converted to grayscale and then to that image subtraction process is applied. The image after this is stored on the server for further processing, which is done later. 10. The author proposed a strategy where the framework was used as an online web server, so the participation results can be open to a verified web customer. The facial acknowledgement is finished by actualizing local binary patterns, LBP. First handling venture is to identify and edit the locale of intrigue ROI, which is the human face, then apply the HAR feature-based cascade calculation. After that, the picture highlights are extricated utilizing LBPs. At that point LBP's calculation contrasts the separated highlights and the prepared data sets. Later, by clicking C as in catch on the console framework, the participation results are put away in MySQL database, so it tends to be available to the web server. 11. In the paper Face Recognition Based Attendance System written by Nandini R, the author mentions the fundamental working rule of the venture is that, the video caught information is changed over into picture to identify and perceive it. CNN calculation is executed to recognize the faces. A CNN, convolution neural network, utilizes a framework like a multilayer perceptron, intended to process the prerequisites faster. After the end of distinguishing and preparing the face, it is contrasted with the faces present in the understudies database to refresh the participation of the students. The post-preparing component includes the way toward refreshing the names of the understudy into an Exceed Expectations sheet. The Exceed Expectations sheets can be kept up on a week-after-week premise or month-to-month premise to record the understudy's participation. 12. In the paper Student Attendance System in Classroom Using Face Recognition Technique composed by Samuel Lucas, Aditya Rama Mitra, Ryanakana Desanti, Dion Chris Nady, the author says the quantity of highlights of any facial understudy picture is made to be consistent, for example 16 DCT coefficient. The process is finished entirely performing grayscale standardization, histogram balance, discrete wavelet transform, DWT, and discrete cosine transform, DCT. Further examination of the disappointment in perceiving thrust facial pictures demonstrates that an understudy might be perhaps perceived as other student, S, by considering the all-out degree of acknowledgement as came about because of the investigation which doesn't meet exclusive requirement. 13. In the paper Attendance System Based on Face Recognition written by Venkat Kalyan Pulamarasetu, Muralidhar Reddy Redam, Dheeraj Ravi, Mahit Sai Madala. They proposed that we need to catch the picture from the webcam or the outside camera. To do as such, in MATLAB, they introduce the drivers from the MathWorks site dependent on the sort of camera we are utilizing. Next, they use any rate 500 to 1000 catches of every individual. For getting higher level of exactness they used some HD cameras so as to get results. For face distinguishing, we can do it utilizing the article falling class and we utilize the B-box technique. The caught countenances are trimmed into little pictures of goals 112x92. It would associate with 11 KB of size. The faces taken in the database are expected to stack into our workspace. We will stack the gallery images into that. All the hog highlights separated are put away as exhibit list. It restores a mark to which the given information matches or about coordinated 14. For each face detected and matched with enrolled face, the attendance is marked for the corresponding USN in the database. The name of student along with day and time of attendance is also be stored in the database. Conclusion. The above method provides the best outcome will be achieved. This is achieved using OpenCV for frame extraction and dlib for face recognition. This method will have higher accuracy in recognition of multiple faces from a single frame with lower response time.